Alright, so as I got everything all taped out ready for the electrical, but I thought this void here between the two benches would be a good place for a pullout. I like to organize my nuts and bolts as everybody does. So at Harbor Freight for 10 bucks I bought a set of these bins with some rails, and for about 15 bucks I got these 22-inch drawer pulls. I'm going to mount the pulls in between the two rails that are there and make a nice pullout. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. So here I'm starting to assemble the rails that go with the drawer pulls, and I don't think that mattered whether how level it was here, because I was going to level it as I was putting it actually on the bench. You see, as I start out, I put the first one in. Again, not so worried about height and level at this point because I just want to get that first one in. Now, once I got the first one in, then I was able to get out the level, get it just the way it is, tack it into place, just get it just right, and then I'll put the second one in. Same concept. You see how I kind of pre-drilled, had the screws all ready to go because it's in an awkward position. Leveled it out, and there we go. So if you see under there, I've got the rails there. The drawer slides are put in on a couple of rails, and they look like they extend out a lot, but actually they're behind the depth of the actual top of the bench. And now I'll go ahead and put the adjacent ones, not on a drawer, but on a panel. Let me show you what I'm going to do here. Alright, so we're going to make the panel 22 and a half. 22 and 1/2. Half by 19, which this is darn close to 19 anyways. So this is going to run like that, but I don't want it binding on the bench, so I'm going to, so you can see I'll put a little spacer in there, so and I'll mount that with the spacer in there to that, so you see it slide out here. If you may be a fan of this as well, but on Pandora, every once in a while they pull up Alice's Restaurant, and if you're an old school guy like me, you gotta love it. Alright, let's go ahead and put her in see how it fits. Let's give it a little run here. And that should fit right there. That should fit right there. It locks into place. Now I'm going to put a hole here. And now we'll attach the bins and maybe make a couple areas for the tools. But that is the pull-out. I got so now it'll take up very little space. When I need it, I'll pull it out and have all of my screws and nuts there. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that part right now. So now I'm trimming it out. See, it's plywood, and you can see the rough edge of the plywood. So I'm going to put some nice trim work on there. I just cut strips of that out of 3/4 inch pine. And that's the enjoyment of doing your own work, is you can make it look nice and take your time with it. Here's I use a Forstner bit. I cut out, this is going to be the pull, like the handle, and just kind of making it smooth so it doesn't tear my fingers up. And there we go. So it's trimmed out and a nice hole there for the pull. It's going to turn a handle, but this makes more sense. So. And now you can see me setting up the rails and getting ready to put the bins on. But here it is, setting up the camera here. And that's what it's going to look like with 4 rails with 4 on each. Just as a side note, the kit that I got came with the brackets to hold the bins in, but they don't come with any screws or fasteners whatsoever, and there's about 40 of them needed if you're going to do all 5 rails. So just keep in mind that when you're putting this together, if you do decide to make it, you know, the Harbor Freight tool is great, but it didn't come with any screws, so not that's big of a deal. Alright, I'm ready to put this in, and I can now put my bins in. Alright, and there you go, and it slides right in and clicks into place, and from the edge of it, it's a pretty low profile. You can't even quite see that it's there. And if you're looking at it head on, again, it's going to take up very little space, but in the long run, it's actually going to work out really well, because with the handle here, you can just pull it right out to access. These are full extensions, so if you're going to get the 22 brackets, make sure to get full extensions. And now I'll get my brother labeler out, and I'll label these bins out, and I'll put my screws in there and label them out. And if I need them for a project, I just take them with me, and if I don't, I just set them back on, and maybe you can make one yourself. The whole cost of the project was about $15 for the drawer pulls. It was $10 with my coupon. It was $8 or $9 for the bins at Harbor Freight. Of course, if you go to the big box chain, it'll probably cost you $20 or so. Of course, all of the wood I had here, so if you had to buy that, it'd probably be $10 or $15. But not bad, $40 project, and in my case, about a $30 project. All right, get out there and make one.